Namaste. Welcome to the science class. In the chapter Separation of Substances, we have been learning about the different methods to separate mixtures of solids with solids. Today we will be learning about three more other methods which are used to separate mixtures of solids with solids. We have already learnt about hand picking, threshing and winnowing in the last video. Now, the next method is called as sieving. This is often used in our household activities. Sieving is usually done by a special plate-like structure which actually has got a wire mesh fixed tightly to it. Okay. So, this method of sieving is mainly used to separate the components of different sizes that are present in the mixture. Now, what we do during this sieving? We take the mixture with different components and put it in the sieve. Okay. So, when we just slightly move the sieve or shake the sieve, okay, then the small sized particles, they pass through the holes of the sieve, as you can see here, right? Okay. Now, the large particles, they actually remain on the sieve. So, on the top we have the large particles separated and at the bottom we have the smaller particles that are separated. This method is often used by our mothers to separate fine wheat flour from the coarse particles. Yes? Okay. This is also used to separate the different sized pearls by the jewelers. And even in the construction site, we often see that the sand can be easily separated from the large sized gravel and the pebbles. So, this is about the method of sieving. Now, coming to the next method, that is nothing but magnetic separation. By the word magnetic separation, you can understand that magnet is being used in this method, right? Okay. So, in this method, one component of the mixture consists of a magnetic substance and the other component is the non-magnetic substance. Now, what do you mean by a magnetic substance? Magnetic substance is a substance that gets attracted towards the magnet. We often see that the iron nails or the iron bolts get attracted towards the magnet. Yes? Okay. Such type of substances are called as magnetic substances. Now, the iron nails can be easily separated from sand by using this magnetic separation. The one very interesting thing is that in dump yard, we keep on dumping different materials, right? And it is very difficult to hand pick them and separate them. So, in such cases, iron scrap can be easily separated by using large cranes which have got a huge magnet at one of their end, so that the iron scrap can be easily separated in large areas of dump yards. So, this is about magnetic separation. Now, coming to one interesting method of separation of mixtures of solids with solids. This is nothing but sublimation. Okay. So, now we often see that when we heat any solid, it gets converted into first the liquid form and then it gets converted into its gaseous form. But there are few substances which actually get converted directly from solid state to gaseous state. Such type of substances are called as sublime substances. They are called as sublime substances. So, the process of sublimation is nothing but when the solid changes directly to its gaseous form on heating, then such a process is called as sublimation. Now, by using the sublimation method, we can separate the sublime substances from the non-sublime substances, right? Now, we see that camphor, which we daily use in our puja. Okay, so when we worship the god, we just light this camphor, right? Camphor is a white ball like substance. Now when we heat it, it directly gets converted into its gaseous form. So camphor is a sublime substance. Now other than that, we have naphthalene. Yes, naphthalene balls we use, we keep it in the clothes or in the drawers or cupboards to get rid of moths. Yes, okay. So naphthalene, camphor, iodine. Iodine is also a substance mainly used in first aid and even in the laboratory purposes. Okay. And we also have this NH4Cl. NH4Cl is nothing but ammonium chloride. This also gets sublimed very easily on heating. So now one best example for this is that if we take salt and camphor, okay, I have grounded the camphor, it became powder. Yes, okay, salt is white in color. Yes, even when we ground the camphor, also it gets easily mixed with salt, and distinguishing them is quite difficult. So if we have to separate salt and camphor, what we need to do is, you have to take that salt, the mixture of salt and camphor in a small plate and heat it. The camphor gets vaporized and we will be left out with the salt in the plate. Understood? So here is a small example or the experiment which can be used for a better explanation of sublimation. In this, there is a china dish wherein the sand and camphor have got mixed up. Okay, so this mixture is kept in the china dish. Now when the china dish is heated with this particular the china dish with the sand and camphor is heated, the camphor becomes into its gaseous state and it gets deposited on the inner walls of the inverted funnel, the closed inverted funnel, as you can see in the diagram. Yes, so on the top you will be having camphor, and in the petri dish or the china dish you will be having the sand. So this is how you can separate the sublime substances with the non-sublime substances by using the process of sublimation. Hope you have understood the content. Thank you.